yeah, man, let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on post notifications, join my Discord, link will be down below in the description. We got a special guest in the building. We got Trapped Out Jack in the cut.
On God, it's Jack. You heard? Open up your ears.
For the people who don't know who you are, let them know what you about, man.
I'm from Florida, dog. West Hialeah, baby. You feel me? I came up from that gutter. All I gotta say is like, I ain't sharing my camera, but best believe I'm spitting pain. You feel me? That's all I gotta go and do. Me and my brothers gonna go and buzz down Johnny Dang one day. Give us a little bit of process, nigga, and that shit gonna come through. You know? On God.
That's real, man.
I'm 6 months with this shit, and we gonna go and take.
Sure.
I'm capping. Like a year. You feel me? Like for real. Cause I just started hopping on like, I've always hopped on like features and shit like that. But like, you know, if I'm keeping it a butt, bro, like I didn't really start taking it serious until like a couple months ago. Cause like, you know, sometimes a nigga go and feel some pain or go and feel some brag. And when you go and feel that brag, bro, that's the shit that gonna motivate you to go and make some shit happen, bro. You know, one of my bars is I'm gonna go and make that shit be, you know, anything I go and see, you know, like for real, cause like if you see some shit, go and make it be, nigga. Whether it's rapping, trapping, you know, you going to school, whether you going and you know, you working a regular 9 to 5, bro, just go and make that shit be. You feel me? Cause sometimes, bro, I think niggas are going and have themselves in a certain mindset, bro, where they can't do or can't like what's the word? Make that shit be for real, regardless of what your situation is, bro. Cause you don't even gotta be a rapper, dog. You could go and be doing whatever the fuck, bro. You could go and be holding it down for your family, dog, and your team, gang. But as long as you gonna make that shit be for real, ain't nobody gonna ask you nothing. Ain't nobody gonna, you know. So sometimes when I think about this shit, I don't really do this shit for the love of the game, cause a lot of people go and do this shit cause they love music. I do this shit just for the fun of it, and cause I'm bored. Like for real, like it's not cause I'm bored. I've always fucked with this music shit. A nigga kind of drunk, so I'm gonna go and say some random bullshit. Not like that, but like I'm gonna say the shit that's on my chest. You know, like I did this shit out of the love of the sport. Like Franklin, you know, like Franklin says, nigga, I did this shit for the love of the sport, love of the hustle, love of the game, all that shit, bro. So I'm in it, bit. You feel me? Best believe niggas gonna know what my sound is, bro. Cause like I came from an area, dog, where it's a certain type of, you know, it's a certain type of tune. It's trap shit.
That's right.
It's shit from the hood, you know. And I just trying to go and make some shit that like is me. You hear me, and you can understand me, bro. Not like that, bro, but I'm gonna say some shit, bro. Like, hear me, nigga. Like, you feel me? Feel that shit up in your heart. And if you don't feel it in your heart, that's up to you, you know? Not like that, but like, sometimes if you go through shit, you gonna relate to it. If you don't, you don't, you know? And it's okay. Cause everybody, you know, they go through different type of life experiences, bro. We all different, but if you can relate to my shit, it's a whole different type of pain. And I mean that, for real, from the bottom of my heart. Like, anybody to go and sit there, if you go and even listen to like a 1% of my shit, gang, that shit made me happy because I just started, you know? And not like that, but like, you know, I really just started taking this shit serious. So it's like going and telling the motherfucker, hey, I hear you, you know? And that's all it is at the end of the day. Sometimes people do this music shit for the little sport. But I do this shit cause it's a therapy session. At the end of the day, I freestyle my music cause this the shit I feel heard by, you know? Niggas are gonna be in from how do I go say it, bro? Like you gonna be from my area or whatever, dog, and you gonna listen to my shit and you be like, yo, who the fuck is this jet? Not in that type of way, but yo, he ass, you know? Cause a lot of people got selective hearing, whatever the fuck the word is. And
Selective
that's the
listening.
beautiful thing about what should
Yeah, selective listening.
I'm saying, twin, like that's a beautiful thing about this music shit, cause like it's shit for everybody. Not like that, but like somebody could go and relate to the shit you going and saying, nigga. You feel me? Whether it be like you just saying that shit to get off your chest, bro. Somebody could go and relate to that, and that's what means a lot to me. Cause like anything I say up on this mic, bro, like I ain't write that shit down. It's just coming from straight off the dome, bro. So if you could go and relate to my pain and my struggle, dog, and where I came from, dog, that shit mean a lot to me, gang. Regardless if you just going and listen to that bitch for like 10 seconds, gang. Cause like the thing a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna go and, and keep it a butt with is like when you go and start this shit, bro, every single play, every single sound, like fuck that. All that shit counts, bro. Cause at the end of the day, bro, I would not do this shit if it wasn't for y'all niggas going and telling me an opinion like, yo, your shit hard, your shit suck, your shit whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, bro. At the end of the day, you listen to the feedback, them boys go and talk, and you go and make that shit be. So I gotta say about it. My bad for getting so in depth, so philosophical, so emotional, all that shit. But it's just Jack spitting pain, from the bottom of my heart.
Absolutely understand, man. Can you tell us about your upbringing and how it influenced your journey into music?
Honestly, gang, my upbringing, like I said, bro, um, I came from Hialeah, bro. Um, I didn't really like, I was blessed, bro. I had good people around my corner, dog. Unfortunately, dog, I didn't go and adapt to it, bro. I'm just a product of my environment. I grew up around some shit, and ever since a youngin', bro, I just had to go and make it be. Like, a lot of people go to school, a lot of people go and do their dreams. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? My dreams ever since a youngin', bro, was to go and do this mic shit on the music shit. I never really wanted to take it serious until a couple months ago, and I regret that from the bottom of my heart, cause like I could have wanted to put all the energy I wanted did onto other shit onto this, and I genuinely feel from the bottom of my heart, dog, it could have been what's different, like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, gang, like you got some shit in your soul, not even your heart, bro, like in your soul, like you genuinely believe like you can stand out, but sometimes shit don't go through, and you could go and be a sour ass jit and be in your feelings about it, or you could go be a motherfucker that goes and make it be, and you be like, I bet it wasn't my time, but I'm gonna go and make it my time.
Right.
Sometimes that's the thing about it, like it ain't you, but that's the thing, you give it a little bit of time and a little bit of patience, bro, and you gonna go shine, bro. Sometimes motherfuckers are a diamond in that dirt. All you gotta go and do is fuck around a little bit, bro, and you gonna go, shine through the dirt, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
you're diamond in that dirt. Regardless of whatever, you gonna shine, Just give it a little bit of patience.
So, okay, who are your biggest musical influences and how they shape your style?
Honestly, I've listened to so many motherfuckers around my lifetime, dog. Like, not like that, but fam. I grew up, if I'm keeping it 100% honest, bro, I grew up on reggae music, bro. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
grew up on just straight, reggae music. So when I transitioned into rap when I was a lot younger, dog, it was because of my big bro. So if I'm keeping the buck, it'll probably be my big brother. A lot of niggas will go and say that shit, but he inspired me into getting into different type of beats because all I listened through my OG, you feel me, with just straight reggae music.
Mm-hmm.
And if you listen to a lot of my early shit, that's where you could go and see my like influence. Not influence, but you could definitely see what my sound is heading towards. So definitely probably reggae music, but just anything like go and listen to my ears, dog, and I could go and be like, yeah, that's brag. I listen to that. Yeah, I like that, and I'm gonna go and
Mm-hmm.
sit there and, play that bitch regardless. Cause I'll go and listen to some shit like King Von, or I'll go and listen to some shit like Jade's. You feel me?
Yeah.
My playlist goal is different, gang. I just like listening to whatever going blesses my ears at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. For someone who hasn't listened to your music before, how would you describe it?
Honestly, it's aggressive, but it's also pain. It's just shit that's coming from the heart. I freestyle on my music. Sometimes I feel like I doubt myself, but honestly, gang, at the end of the day, bro, like it's a therapy session. You know, some niggas will go and look at it like they trying to go and blow up. I look at this shit like a therapy session, gang. If it wasn't for this mic shit, bro, I probably would have been crashed, you know?
Hmm.
For real. Like, it's a beautiful outlet. A lot of motherfuckers don't have that outlet. And I'm forever blessed the fact that I could go and vent on it.